Hello, my name is Stefan Haupt. I'm the director of The Circle, Der Kreis, a film from Switzerland. Der Kreis tells us the story of this organization, the Circle, which was an underground organization in Zurich from 1940 more or less until 1967. And it was a very important organization fighting for the gay community, for gay rights on a level, how could you say that, mainly with the means of a magazine that they published every month and celebrating 2 or 3 times per year a huge party in some place in Zurich, in the Neumarkt Theater, where up to 800 people would come from all over Europe, maybe even from the United States. And at the same time, the film tells the love story of Röbi Rapp and Ernst Ostertag, 2 old men by now, 84 years old, that got to know each other in the Circle, fell in love, and their love lasted a whole life, and they were even the first gay couple in Switzerland to register their partnership in 2003 in Zurich.
Sie wollen also Lehrer werden?
Ja.
Volksbildhauer? So. Ah, ich sehe gerade, Sie sind gar noch nicht gewählt. Herr Ostertag, schauen Sie sich bitte die Fotos genau an. Bleibt selbstverständlich alles unter uns. Der hier zum Beispiel.
Kann ich nicht.
Und der? Gespässig. Er sagt, Sie seien sein fester Freund. Und Sie kennen ihn nicht.
Was soll das eigentlich alles? Was habe ich gemacht?
Sie wissen sicher, dass wir den 3. Homomord noch nicht aufgeklärt haben, oder?
Dann habe ich gesagt, oh ja, verdächtigen Sie mich als Mörder. Und das war schon zu viel gewesen. Und dann hat er nur einen Wink gemacht und die beiden Polizisten sind hinter mir gestanden und haben mit dem hinten aufgezogen. Ja, zack, weißt du, das so gegangen und es hat schaurig wehgetan. Und ich habe leider einen Göss abgeladen. Dann hat mir noch einen Fuß reingeschlagen und bin ich mit dem Kopf an die Wand und der ist ja nicht losgelassen. Ich bin dann einfach so gesehen, immer schon aufgestanden.
Did you have any official screenings so far here at the Berlinale which you attended?
No, tonight we have our world premiere, so we are quite nervous and anxious, but we are looking very forward. And then the next screenings will be in the coming days, in the next days.
Okay. What are you expecting from the screenings? What do you think what the reaction will be like?
Fight for the gay rights. Go into the streets. Yeah. I think that's very important. That's the message. The 2 origin person try to fight for their whole life, and we try to help them.
But is that something that is still necessary in Switzerland, or would you say that it is on a good way, the situation there?
It's necessary everywhere in the world, I think. Well, we're of course not the worst country for gay rights in the world, but it's still necessary to go forward with it.
To raise the awareness will always help, and it's still needed. Not only have some kind of nice tolerance, but a real acceptance in real life, and so in this way it sure is necessary. Because you were asking before about what we are expecting tonight. Of course we are all nervous, and I expect it to be a very special moment, especially also because Ernst Ostertag and Röbi Rapp, the 2 old men, will be here. And for all of us, and for them especially, it's a huge gift that we could do this film and then we can show it even here in Berlin, which for them is always and was always a very special place to be.
You were already talking about the need that there is still a fight for acceptance. That was also the thing in the movie, what they were doing all the time. So I was wondering, how did you get to the theme of the movie? I mean, how did you get the idea to shoot a movie about the Circle?
start with that. No?
I met Ernst and Robbie about 8 years ago, and where they just started telling a little bit of their story and where they met almost 60 years ago now. In this Kreis, I realized that even being gay and even living in Zurich, I didn't know anything about this organization. I didn't know anything about what was going on just in front of our door. And that was the moment where we realized, my partner and I, that we should definitely make a movie about this topic. And that's when we started to look for the right people around us to make this movie come true. And Stefan was the next very best fit for this movie.
Mm-hmm. It was a very funny thing because I had known Ernst and Röbi already for maybe 15 years or so, because one of my brothers is gay and has quite a close relationship to them. And I was even asked before if I would like to make a documentary on them. But at the time I was so filled up with other projects, so for the time being I said no. And when Ivan came and asked me, it was a very funny thing because he did not know of this story. And at the time he came with the question, it felt right to do it, and I'm very happy we could do it.
Mm-hmm. So in a way you also contributed to remembering the circle. Do you think it's something important to sort of write gay history? Is it something that otherwise would be forgotten?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of what happened after World War II in Europe and the whole development and emancipation of gay rights started actually thanks to this organization called the Kreis, to this small organization underground in Zurich that had this network going all over Europe and building up same organizations in Germany, in the UK, in the north of Europe, and even in the States. So today, I mean, depending on the country where we live, but whatever we live and are able to live thanks to the rights that are set in these countries is actually thanks to this organization that made this starting point about 60 years ago. So the fact that nobody knows about this today, it was a reason for us to make a movie about it and show where